Hello everyone, it's Morgan. Welcome back to my channel. So today we're going to be doing a full face of Wet n Wild. You can get them at the drugstore, Walmart. So affordable, great products. I love them. Some of the stuff I've used before, some of it I have not used before. I'm trying to look and see. I know I've used the foundation and concealer, but we're just going to go ahead and get started. Don't forget to subscribe, hit the bell notification. We're going to try to be doing some more exciting stuff, so let's just go ahead and get started. So you know I don't really like primers, but I picked this one up. It's a water drop primer, and then I also have what I used in a previous video, this hydrating stick. It's good. I think it's more like a moisturizer, but I'm going to use it anyway. So I figured the best way to do this is just kind of rub it around like a moisturizer. It's kind of sticky though. I felt like it was like sticky the last time I used it. I'm going to use that, and then I'm also going to try this, and it's the coconut scented one, and that's what I wanted to try in the spray, but I still couldn't find it. I tried it at CVS too, and they didn't have it either. Oh my. So this is what it looks like. Kind of gross. We're gonna try it anyway. It smells really good. It's really thin. Next we're gonna go in with the Photo Focus foundation. It's really good. It's really affordable. It's like $5, I believe. And it's got this little stick thing. I'm in the shade, I think, bronze beige. It's probably gonna be too dark. But I just take this little thing and just put it on like that. It doesn't smell good. It smells like paint thinner. But it looks nice. As far as I can remember. It's been a while since I've used it. I also got these Hello Halo. They're supposed to be a liquid highlighter, but I think I'm going to try to mix it in with the foundation, which might be a mistake because it might make it look terrible, but this is in Gilded Glow, so I'm just going to take some and kind of mix it in with the foundation. Like I said, this is just supposed to be a highlighter, but we're going to try it this way too. And then taking my Morphe M439 brush, I'm just going to buff it in like I do every other foundation. I also got the Photo Focus concealer in shade Fair Beige. And I'm just going to use it like every other concealer underneath my eyes, down the bridge of my nose, my cupid's bow, my forehead. Some people don't like this. I don't really remember if I did or not. I don't think it was bad. Not a lot is coming off. Like I'm having to dunk in every time I put some somewhere, which there's like a little stopper in here. And if you take that out, you get more product on your brush. And it'll last longer without having to dunk in as many times. I'm just gonna take a beauty blender. Pounce that in. Then before I powder, I'm gonna use this blush stick. It's a cream blush in shade Floral Majority. And I'm gonna put that on. I'm gonna try to put it on just my skin first, and if it slides the foundation, I'll just put it on a beauty blender and use it that way. I'm not a huge fan of cream blushes, but I figured I'd try it. I've never tried this one. They move around the product too much underneath, I feel like. This Mega Glow, it's the contour, just the contouring palette. I'm going to use the banana powder to set my under eyes and try to set the rest of my face with it. They had another powder, but it was like white, and I'm afraid it's going to flash back with camera flash. And I don't like powders like that. So I'm going to take this Morphe R13 and just use this banana powder to go under my eyes and set the rest of my concealer. I have used this before. They're very soft powders. They're actually really pretty. I like them a lot. I wouldn't necessarily use this to set with, but it was the only option. I'm going to take some on the back of this beauty blender and just kind of use it to set. So now I feel a tad bit too powdered. So I'm going to take some of this rose primer. And you know how I feel about the smell of it, but that's fine. It still works. Kind of set some of that powder down. Okay, now I'm going to go in with their eyebrow pencil. It's the micro brow pencil. I think I got shade brunette. It's just the tiny little brow pencil. I'm hoping it works like the L'Oreal one and the NYX one, because if it does, it was pretty inexpensive. So, and when I do my brows, like I said, I'd go underneath, brush them all up, then draw a line underneath, draw a line on top. I fill in the tail pretty much all the way as dark as I can get it, and then just small brush strokes in the front. And that's kind of how I get my brow look. Here's the problem that I have with this. It's very creamy. It comes off very easily. Like, I feel like the pencil went down significantly with me just using it that one time. There's not like a lot of pigment. It's like an ashy brown instead of like a true brunette. I feel like it did the job. It just like didn't. It's not what I'm used to. And my eyebrows look uneven. Yeah. I'm gonna use this palette today. It's the Not a Basic Peach palette. I've seen it before, I've never used it. I thought it was really pretty. We picked it literally because of the blue shade. So, I've heard that these are really good. I've used Wet n Wild shadows before and they were okay. Just basic, but I've heard that they like made them much better. So I'm going to take this ColourPop brush, just a fluffy blender brush. I'm actually going to dip into this top shade right here and just use it to set the concealer that I have on my eye. So I'm actually going to first dip into the Rosé in the Air palette. I actually got this palette to do a comparison between this one and the Modern Renaissance palette from Anastasia. So like this video if you want to see that. I think they're actually very similar. And I think I'm going to do one eye one way and the other eye with the other palette. So we'll see about that. But I'm actually going to use this top one as a crease color because this one didn't really have, I don't love warm crease colors. I can blend warm in, but I don't want to start out with a warm crease shade. So I'm going to take this top one with this same ColourPop brush and use it as my crease color. So that shade blended out really nicely, and then I'm going to take this peach shade right here. It's got some shimmer on top of it, but it looks to me to be like an overspray. I don't think it's a shiny or a shimmery shade at all. So I'm going to take the same ColourPop brush, and I'm actually going to run it over top of this initial crease color that I put in. I switched to this Morphe Rose Gold brush that has no numbers on it because it's old. And I'm going to go into this bottom shade right here. This rusty kind of shade. And I'm going to go underneath those top two colors. Alright, so these are actually blending really nicely in the crease. I'm going to take that same concealer and I'm going to cut my crease yeah, I'm gonna cut my crease. Take this little R42 brush from Morphe. It's just a flat brush. And the trick to this is nothing but practice, because I'm still leery about it, because I always take it up too high and then I look dumb. So now that we have done that, I'm going to just take this little shader brush here and I'm going to wet it with our spray. And then I'm going to dip into this peachy shade right here with the sparkles in it and put that on the lid. And then I'm gonna take this same brush here and dip into this gold shade and put that kind of in the center. Actually, I'm gonna take my finger. I'm just gonna take my fingertip and dip into that gold shade and put it in the center. And then I'm gonna take this blue shade right here with the Morphe R41 brush and just run it under my lower lash line. It does have fallout a little bit, but I'm gonna take this big brush and try to sweep it away. It wasn't bad, it was just from that blue shade. And then I am going to attempt to take this Wet n Wild Pro Line Felt Tip Eyeliner and do some winged eyeliner. I never do winged eyeliner, but this is actually a nice eyeliner and it's affordable. It's really black, it goes on really easy. So I'm gonna take this. It's the Mega Protein Black Mascara. I've never used it. I don't really ever steer for my Maybelline one, but we'll try it for today. I'm gonna curl my lashes first and then put that on. Here's the thing about this. No, that did nothing for me. So I'm going to cheat and I'm going to take my Maybelline one and I'm going to put that on instead. Or put it on top of that so that you can actually see my eyelashes. Now you can sort of see my eyelashes again. That mascara just really didn't do much, but I might use it underneath this one because it makes them long. It doesn't give them any volume or darkness to them. So now I'm gonna go back in with this contour palette and I'm gonna take the little ColourPop stippling brush that I use for contour and dip into this. The contour side is very powdery, it kicks up a lot, but I'm gonna take it and go right underneath my cheekbones and contour just like I normally would. And I'm gonna take my little nose contour brush and I'm just gonna dip into the same contour shade and just go up the sides of my nose. I also got this Color Icon bronzer in Sunset Striptease. And I think it was like their summer collection or something like that, where they came out with these bronzers and like highlights and stuff. And I'm just gonna use it to warm up the skin on my forehead. It's a nice warm, like bronze color. It's not too pigmented, but it works. And then I'm going to try to take some of this on a beauty blender and set that down first. And then I also have this loose highlight, and I'm So Lit, and I really want to use this. It's really glittery, it looks like. But I want to see if I can use this first without ruining my foundation. Applying that with a beauty blender works. It didn't pick up any of my foundation. It's a little hard to blend out. You have to work with it pretty fast. But it worked. And then I'm also going to go in with this loose highlight. And I'm just going to tap a little bit into the lid and just take my regular highlight brush. You see how glittery? It's really glittery. So I don't know if it's just going to look like straight glitter on my face. I'm actually going to take this E61 brush. It's like not as densely packed. Because I'm afraid if I take one that's too densely packed, it's just going to look like glitter spray all over my face. This is more highlight than I would ever go for, but I just wanted to test the products and see. I don't wear a ton of highlight like this, but I think it looks pretty. It's not as glittery as I was afraid it was going to be, but that's a lot of highlight, and I don't, yeah. I'm going to try to use some of the setting spray and see if that helps. That helped take down some of the craziness of that. I'm going to take this Mega Last Liquid Catsuit. It's the High Shine lipstick. I've used the regular lipstick and it was a little too dry for me, but I figured I'd try this one since it's a High Shine lipstick. I swatched it. I've never used it, but I did swatch it, and it's more pigmented than a gloss, but I don't know if it'll dry down. It's in Cedar Later is the shade. And another thing I don't like about this is it doesn't disperse a lot of product, so you have to dip in a lot. It's a really pretty color. It's a little hard to apply, and I would assume it does not dry down because it feels like a gloss. It's not uncomfortable. It's actually really comfortable, and it's really pretty. It's just a little hard to apply, but I think it's worth it because it's not very expensive, and the color is really pretty. So this is the final look. Leave a comment down below of what you think about it, what you think about these products. Everything that I have tried before, I know I like the foundation. The concealer looks good. I know I like the contour powders because they're really soft, they're really pretty. This bronzer was actually really nice, and I love the eyeshadows. They actually performed really well. I can't say that there's really anything that I just didn't love besides the mascara and this eyebrow pencil. It's okay, it's not terrible. If you're on a budget, it works. It's just really soft, so I think that is it. So thank you guys for watching. Remember to subscribe, and we'll see you next time. love the eyeshadows. They actually performed really well. I can't say that there's really anything that I just didn't love besides the mascara and this eyebrow pencil. It's okay. It's not terrible. If you're on a budget, it works. It's just really soft. So I think that is it. So thank you guys for watching. Remember to subscribe, and we'll see you next time.